Hey y'all, we are here cycle day 12 of my second cycle since I started doing the video log. And things are pretty decent. I ended up coming down with a funky throat thing after I made my vlog last week. I ended up losing my voice. My tonsils were all swollen. My throat was all red and raw and had spots on it and just infection. And was just uncomfortable. Like when I had laid down Monday after I made my video because my throat was starting to hurt. And so I figured I'll take a nap and, hopefully maybe that'll give me a little bit of rest if that's what I'm needing, because up to that point I really hadn't been sleeping well or anything. I hadn't been real rested yet. So I went ahead and took a nap, and when I woke up from my nap a few hours later, my throat was like on fire and I was coughing and I had no voice. So I tried to deal with it for a couple of days, and then Wednesday I went to the emergency room because I still had no voice by Wednesday afternoon. I was starting to run a little bit of a slight fever by that point, and my husband Tuesday and Wednesday morning both had asked me if I was feeling better, and by Wednesday morning I was like, no, I feel like I've been hit by a train that was towing a Boeing 757 and was tied down to an ice glacier or something. Like I felt like I had been ran over by the entire world. It was horrible. So when I got to the emergency room, the doctor checked me out, said that I had an ear infection in both ears. My right was just was worse than my left, my left was worse than my right. There we go. And that he thought he even saw a tear in my left ear, which was very uncomfortable when he went to check my ears. My ears were really, I didn't like getting my ears checked. It hurt. And then when he checked my throat, he said it looked like I had strep. But because my throat was so raw and I was so uncomfortable, he wasn't going to swab it for strep, because he said that the antibiotics he was going to give me for my ear infection would actually treat the strep. So we went ahead with that, and I have strep and ear infection and sinusitis. So I was put on Augmentin, which is 2 pills until those are gone, and I'll take my last Augmentin Wednesday morning. And then I was put on a prednisone packet, which I took my last prednisone this morning. So I'm done with prednisone, thank God. And then Mucinex DM, which I have in the bedroom. The Mucinex I've not taken for a couple of days because I've not been as congested, so I haven't felt like I've needed it really. Over the last year or so, probably a little bit over a year, I have tried to medicate myself as minimally as possible for us to TTC. Because I know taking various prescriptions and other medicines don't help any of that. So I try not to take anything unless I absolutely have to. But because of the fact that I've been on the Augmentin and the prednisone this week, I've told my husband that we're going to throw this cycle out for TTCing. So the end of this cycle, we won't be waiting for any BFPs. We're going to be waiting for ant flow. So I'm doing pretty good now. My voice is pretty well back to normal. It's still a little scratchy, but my throat's not hurting anymore, and the only thing I have is still a little congestion in my sinuses and stuff. Um, but otherwise, I'm pretty good. I'm finally feeling a little bit better and stuff. Um, so this cycle, though, I'll continue to do my vlog for this cycle and all of that. If there's anything that, I talk about or whatever. Um, but I probably won't be sharing my chart and my calendar and everything in my video this cycle because it's been bad this cycle from being sick and then other things that have been going on with us. I've missed getting my temps some mornings. I've missed getting my oil readings some mornings. I've missed a couple of days of getting my vaginal readings with my IBQ. So, like, this cycle is just going to be kind of messed up, which is kind of discouraging because then that puts me behind for, getting, you know, trends and stuff figured out, being able to see trends. But, I have it, and I'm still liking my LVQ right now. I'm still learning it, but so far so good. And because I've been sick, I had not started my fertile aid. Excuse me. I had not started my fertile aid this cycle, and when I got sick, I quit taking my prenatal and my folic acid and my CalMag. So I need to get back on those three in like the next week or two probably. Definitely before I start my next cycle. I'm going to make sure I'm back on all my vitamins and everything. But being sick, you guys know, it just messes everything up when you're sick because you feel crummy, and I've spent most of the last week sleeping. I've not even really done my homework, and I've not even taken the time to get a hold of my teacher to like tell her what was going on. So this week's not been wonderful for everything. But I'm trying to get caught up now and stuff. Uh, but other than that, things are pretty decent, I guess. And I guess I'll just look forward to being back on track for next cycle. So I'm just under halfway to this point. Like I said, I'm cycle day 12. So I'd say probably like 17, 18 more days, at least, that I'll have left in the cycle probably. Um, and then hopefully we'll CAF and I'll get to start a new cycle and we can be back on track with TTC. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else to really report on. Um, I'm just trying to make sure I get enough rest and heal up. So we will see y'all next week, I guess. Take care. Bye.